Ready to board the Euro tunnel here. Quick little tutorial on how I got through here in the first place. So start with going to lateshuttle.com. You book your day and time you want to cross and which direction. I also did two-way, so I was crossing over into the UK and back into France. After you book, you get an 8-digit code in the email, and you try and get here maybe about an hour or 45 minutes early. Then there's a little check-in gate that you punch in that 8-digit code. It spits out a lanyard for you, and then they have big boards. Once you drive in a little bit more, you get to a parking area. There's like a rest stop and shops and restaurants and bathrooms and whatnot you can stop at, and they have boards posted everywhere on what your when your boarding time is for your particular group. And once it calls your group, then you proceed through, basically go through customs for both England and France. So you just got to have your passport ready. Once you go through customs, then you're pretty much here where I am, getting ready to board the shuttle. So you board the train, kind of go where they guide you, then you park, shut the car off, wait about 35 minutes for the crossing to the other side, and then just follow everybody off. It's pretty straightforward. You don't go through any sort of customs check on the way back in since you already did the customs beforehand. It's a very smooth process. And also there's a 1 hour time difference, at least right now. I'm not sure about daylight savings. 1 hour time difference between the UK and France and mainland Europe being an hour later. So this crossing from the UK to France, I'm actually losing an hour, which I did take into consideration for Plopsaland today, because the park opens at 10. It is 7 a.m. right now, so it'll be about 8:30 or so once I cross over to France. And then I think it's about a 45-minute drive or so over to Plopsaland in Belgium. So let's hop on the shuttle. And we're back in France. So I arrived, I think, about 15 minutes a little late. But it says about 9:46 arrival at Plopsaland, about 45-minute drive. But I might stop off, have a quick little break, restroom, kind of get ready for the day. Just wanted to make sure I got this shuttle. That was the most important part. And then, yeah, so I went to Plopsaland last year. I think I got all the coasters in. I'll have to double check that, I'm pretty sure. So today the focus, I think, mostly is going to be Anubis and Ridetohappiness. Since I was not able to wear the glasses on those rides last year, I am back with a chest-mounted GoPro this time. Thanks to my buddy Rollo for letting me borrow it. And yeah, so the plan is to get as many rides on those as I can, mostly Ridetohappiness. Well, I might pop on over and do like heiditheride and maybe a couple of the rides as well. I do have like the fast lane for today. It wasn't even expensive, so it might not even be that crowded. So just gonna see what kind of a break I can take. If I can find a rest stop or something. Might get into the park a little bit late, but that's perfectly alright. So let's head to Plopsaland. Alright, just about made it to Plopsaland, about a mile away. I did not find a gas station. There was one kind of leaving the Eurotunnel area, but I thought I was in the wrong lane. It was on the left side, I was in the right lane. So I thought, there'll probably be a better opportunity. And there wasn't. There were a couple rest stops, but no gas stations. Saw one gas station off the highway on the other side of the highway, but obviously I couldn't get there. That's alright. I'm gonna head on into Plopsaland. I'll probably take a quick little nap in the car here before heading in. Very tired. Got up at 4 a.m. this morning, and because I got so much sleep the night before, I didn't get to bed at the best of times last night. So kind of dragging a little bit, and it's no fun riding coasters when they're not feeling very well. So we'll get some rest, and I'll head on in. quieter than last August. Think I'll be getting a decent amount of rides in. Just gotta get rested up a little bit. There's Heidi, compact GCI, much like White Lightning. Fun spot in Florida. I think it's a fun spot in Orlando, not Kissimmee if I'm not mistaken. That was a solid ride. I enjoyed this one. So definitely want to try and get a few rides on it. If it is open, it is very windy today. So we'll see what's open, what it can ride. And over here, yeah. I had to park way in the back here. And I think I arrived earlier last time too, so yeah, definitely less crowds. Alright, take a little rest and I'll head on in. Shut their door, or I'll just give them some space, I guess. Plopsalanddepanne. Let's head on in after a little rest, of course. Hey guys, Theme Park Mark here. I'm back in mainland Europe, and in Belgium. Back at Plopsalanddepanne. I don't know if you saw from the parking footage there, but it's a very quiet day. It's also pretty windy. Just stepped outside and went to the restroom real quick. And it's about 48 degrees, and I think I'm getting used to the temperatures now. California boy is getting used to the temperatures out here for sure. I haven't seen Ride to Happiness test yet. I have seen Heidi go around, as well as I think Anubis. Did get a little bit of rest there. It's about close to park open. Up next for me is going to slap on a chest-mounted GoPro and probably head on in. I remember Ride to Happiness did have a bit of a staggered opening last time. I think it opened about half hour or so late. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for today, and hoping for plenty of rides on that. As I mentioned, I did get like the fast lane for today. It was very cheap. It was, I think, only like 25 or 30 euros. It's not bad at all. I did it as a backup just in case there were a ton of field trips like last year. I wasn't sure what to expect from a weekday visit here in April. But hopefully I can get some good rides in with the GoPro, as well as maybe with the glasses as well. Excited to take you guys along with me for the ride, and let's giddy up. Alright, so update. It's about 10:45, 45 minutes after park open. Still no activity on Ride to Happiness. I apologize for the wind as well. It's probably going to be hard to hear me. Also, some school buses, or just buses filled with children, pulled up. So it might be somewhat busy, but we'll see. Got the chest-mounted GoPro on. I did see Anubis running, so I might head over there if Ride to Happiness is not open. Hopefully it opens at some point today. We'll just have to see. It's good to be back anyway. I don't want to see the big door, of course. As per tradition. Back at Plopsaland. Definitely a lot busier last time I was here, that's for sure. I'm trying to find guest services so I can clear the chest-mounted GoPro. And then head on to that ride, Anubis. Alright, so just spoke to guest services. Chest-mounted GoPro is okay. Still kind of weird policy with the no glasses allowed, even with a strap, but oh well. It is what it is. Did ask about Ride to Happiness, whether they know if it's going to be closed for the full day, or if it's just having issues right now. She did say it's just having issues right now, so hopefully they can get that online. It's not just closed all day due to the wind, apparently. So I'm going to head on over to do Anubis, since that was the other coaster here that did not allow glasses with a strap. So we'll have a ride on that. Alright, time for Anubis the ride. This is a Gerstlauer launch coaster. From what I remember, it's actually pretty good, although I did just get the one ride on that very busy day. Let's have a ride, hopefully a front row. So that was Anubis front row. Very snappy launch, good inversions. Just an overall good ride. Might go back around and have another go on it. I think first I'm gonna check the GoPro footage just to see how he did. Because I'm definitely not used to filming with the GoPro. So I'll take a look at it and then have another ride. So rewatch the POV. It was actually a little bit better than I thought it was gonna be. I can kind of see my hand in there at the start of it because I was so concerned about it like falling off. And then towards the end you can kind of see my knees more than anything else. But I'm gonna go for another ride, do another couple more practice rounds here for the GoPro. So I was up at 4 a.m. this morning, getting pretty hungry here around noon, so let's see what they have to eat around here. Then I might do the Zamperla Disco and go back for another ride on Anubis, try and get a better front row POV. I decided not to do that second ride yet just because I'm pretty hungry right now. Let me get some food. There's nothing open for food over here. Viking Grill is closed. So let's have a ride on the Zamperla Disco while I'm here. The Root Golf. La Gran Hag. My pronunciation is horrendous. See if I can get on the next cycle here of the disco. So that was Groot Golf, Zamperla Disco. Try to keep my hands still. Still learning the GoPro a bit. Usually I put my hands up on these. Solid ride. I'll go back and have a quick ride on Anubis and then seek out some lunch. So I'm just getting hungrier and hungrier.
Woo!
ride there on Anubis. Checked the recording and it was a heck of a lot better that time. I'm getting better at it. I know this is probably very simple for a lot of people, but keep in mind, I'm an idiot. Alright, I'm still in search of food. I'm gonna kind of walk on over to the other side of the park and see if there's anything open that's selling food. Still no update here on Ride to Happiness. Still no movement at all. But I'm gonna try and head on over to heiditheride. The weather's nice, sun's shining, can't complain. Except about that, please open. There weren't many food shops open, but I did get a baguette from one of the restaurants at the front of the park. And I remember there was a dark ride here that I missed last time. Plopsaland. So let's have a ride on this. Don't really know what to expect from this. Maybe something in a forest, I guess. We'll see. Ah, it's a boat ride. Okay. Let's have a ride on this. That was a very enjoyable boat ride. I'm sorry I missed that last time. Here's Circus Boomba, an area for kids, little kids. Actually, there's a lot of stuff in this park. It's very family oriented. With just a couple thrill rides scattered throughout. I have another ride on Anubis before making my way over to the other side of the park. Probably do that Star Flyer, I think it was. As I make my way back over to Heidi, the GCI wooden coaster. Yeah, so right there on Anubis front row. The part I don't really like about that is the top hat. The shoulder restraints kind of dig into the air. Shoulders quite a bit on that top hat after the first launch. The rest of the ride, very enjoyable. I'm gonna head on over to the Star Flyer next and make my way to the side of the park. Just gonna take a wild guess here. Say that I don't think the Star Flyer is a go for today. Looks a little stuck with no one on it. Well, onward. This is your Tivoli right here. Like Me coaster, I believe it was called. That was a pretty short wait last time. Unlike the roller skater coaster, which I waited like an hour for. A crazy crowded day. Here's the roller skater coaster. Seems pretty quiet over here today. Not a long wait. But I got the credit last year, so I think I'll skip it this time. You can see one. I think I will do the powered coaster. I did enjoy that, and I think it had a name change as well. It was Drac last year. Drac. Now I think it's Draconis, something like that. Let's go take a look. zero action on Ride to Happiness. About 2 hours left in the day. It's looking bleak. However, I do kind of have a free day next week. I initially planned Plopsaland, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, and Belgium in the same day. But both of them, I went through the whole process of getting tickets, and then at the very end it just said error. when it went to purchase after entering the credit card information. There's no blockage from the bank or anything, so I'm not sure what happened there. But it happened with both parks, so I don't have tickets for both parks yet, which means I have a day open. So I'm gonna do Plopsaland again, just to get my hopes up for maybe riding Ride to Happiness on this trip. That would be fantastic. We'll see. This is by far the best themed area of the park. There's a log flume, which I do not care to ride right now, although it's a very good log flume. Draconis, that is the name of it now. It's a very castle themed area. So we'll do Draconis and then Heidi. If I remember correctly, this powered coaster on the part over the screen while going through the station every time. Let's see if that's still a thing. Yep, still a thing. Nice long neck powered coaster, Draconis. So as I said, I'm gonna skip the log flume, especially with a GoPro that is not mine. I'm gonna have a couple rides over here on Heidi, which is a GCI. Very similar to White Lightning, as I mentioned earlier, at Fun Spot Orlando. Don't think it's the exact layout, but it is very close. And it packs a punch. So let's have a ride on this GCI. Splash. Let's have a front row ride on Heidi. to announce, Ride to Happiness is testing. Saw it going up the lift hill here on Heidi. This is a very solid GCI. It's running one train right now, so the line's a little bit long. Would have gone around for another back row ride on this. Packed with airtime, packed with laterals, packs a punch, that's for sure. Just like White Lightning. I think I compared this to Invader at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg on my last visit. Another short, fairly short compact GCI. Good for the families. It's a solid ride. GCI does know how to build some very good, very great wooden coasters. Sorry for the bad pun. Meantime, I'm gonna head over to Ride to Happiness and just wait outside. There's nothing else I want to ride right now. Except maybe that back row on this, but I don't want to wait a half an hour. Oh, there's a line. Maybe, just maybe, get a couple rides on this. We had to get our hopes up. Whole line formed, and then everybody's told it's a no-go for today. Womp womp, that's a bummer. Probably head back over to Heidi, have a back row ride on that. And we'll see after that. There's probably about 45 minutes or so left in the park today. Wish I could have gotten this in. Definitely the best coaster in Europe, in my opinion, at least that I've ridden. Still haven't ridden Zadra yet. That seems to be the only other candidate that I haven't ridden. Oh, that's a bummer. Well, I'm back for another ride on heiditheride GCI. I'm trying for a back row this time. That'll probably be the last ride of the day. Still undecided about next week. We'll just have to see how things go. Would have liked to do both parks if they accepted my credit card. But coming back here would not be bad if we can get Ride to Happiness to open. But again, there's no guarantee that it would open even next week. We'll just have to see. Heidi. Fantastic little GCI. A lot of airtime moments, especially on that second half. Get some good laterals. Just all little GCI. So I thought that'll bring an end to my day here at Plopsalanddepanne. Things didn't go as planned. But you gotta roll with the punches. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Maybe I'll get Ride to Happiness next week. We'll just have to see if it's in the cards to come back. Still had a great afternoon, great day for the most part. I mean, morning I was dragging a little bit. Just getting up way early to make the Euro tunnel. Otherwise, had a great day here at Plopsaland. The dog ride was really good. The boat ride. Just had some good rides overall. Again, just wish Ride to Happiness, but maybe next week we'll have to see. So coming up tomorrow, or coming up next, probably next week for you guys, tomorrow for me, is a visit to one of my favorite parks in Europe from last year, and that is Efteling in the Netherlands. I gotta go check into the hotel in Brussels and try and get some rest for tomorrow and the rest of the trip for the most part. So with that, signing off from Plopsalanddepanne for now, question mark. Take care, guys. Alright, you already know. Gotta walk out the door. Alright, now not going to leave. Well, it is now about a week later, and I am back at Plopsalanddepanne. And I do see ridetohappiness testing. So it's looking good. Oh, I gotta walk through the door, of course, as tradition. Yeah, we'll get some ridetohappiness POVs here today. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Oh, it is certainly a lot livelier here today. Remember last time coming through here last week, and this was like practically empty in here. I haven't let people in yet, but I do see it testing. And we're headed in. Looks like it is open.
You will experience how nature embraces your inner being. Treasure that moment when it arrives. Live today. Love tomorrow. Unite forever.
This ride is unbelievable. It's my top 5 for a reason. Easily better than Time Traveler, just one of the best in the world. Ridetohappiness. So glad to have gotten on it on this trip after missing it last week. I'm pretty much just going to be riding this all day. That is the plan, as long as it stays open. Might do a few other rides here on the second day, but mostly just going to focus on this one. What an amazing ride. I even love the little JoJo roll here out of the station. Beautiful launch. Every ride just seems to be different because of the spinning. Oh, so good. Definitely gonna have more rides on this. Sometimes you just have one of those days where everything aligns. Today was one of those days. I lost count of how many rides I got. I think it was something like 16 or 17. Got a ride in every single row, and I'd have to say row 7 is probably my favorite. And that's just because of, well, you get a little extra hang time here, and you get whipped over the first drop there, kind of going backwards through most of the ride. But it really is an amazing ride in every single row. I think it's much better than Time Traveler at Silver Dollar City, which is an amazing ride in itself. But I think this one's much better. The elements hit a lot harder. You got onboard audio. It's just a complete package of a ride here. You're going over the water on that side. This is an amazing ride from start to finish. Glad to have gotten out here for a second day just for this ride. I'm gonna put in a few POVs, probably from the front row, and maybe a few from row 7 and mid-train in right now. One quick addendum, I do hope you guys enjoyed the shoddy GoPro footage. I'm not used to using a GoPro, obviously. They still have the no glasses policy even with a strap, which is I find kind of strange, but I'm glad I was at least able to use the GoPro and take you guys along for the ride. Things are much livelier at the end of the day this week than it was last. And of course I have to walk back through the door for the last time till my next visit. I don't know when that'll be. But till next time, Plopsaland. Now this trip is complete. Actually, not really. There's more parks to come.